Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Seafelt Show. Now, I want to start off the show with a little bit of a personal anecdote or story, if you will. Last Saturday, I had just gotten back from the bar with my buddies, had a blast, had a riot, struck out, standard stuff. And I decided to DoorDash $50 of Taco Bell, sit in my underwear and watch Lord of the Rings until approximately 5 a.m. Now, this led me down kind of this introspective rabbit hole. I had an epiphany of self-development when the DoorDash driver arrived, knocked on my door, left the bag, and as I cracked the door open slightly and reached my hand out to retrieve my treasure, I had this epiphany that DoorDash is really a vicious cycle of just absolute hatred in modern day slavery. So I was there in my underwear, acting like a goblin from some sort of fantasy novel, just reaching my pasty hand out to grab my Taco Bell, my morsels of food. And I realized DoorDash drivers are just slaves with cars. They're people who have a driver's license and their entire existence is just ferrying around food for lazy individuals. And that led me down to this next epiphany, which is that it's just a cycle of hatred. So you, as a person ordering DoorDash, you don't really respect the time or efforts of the driver. You just want them to get your food here safely and fast. The whole time you're kind of watching the app and you're kind of thinking to yourself, what the fuck is this guy doing? What the fuck is Mike doing? Why has he not fucking left Taco Bell yet? Why is he still sitting at McDonald's? You're thinking that the whole time, and you don't really put into perspective that this guy's another human being. You don't really care, honestly. You don't care at all. You don't care what condition his life is. You just care that this human puts the food in front of your door and does not inconvenience you. He doesn't knock and wait to give it to your hand because he's going to see you sitting there in your underwear. Nobody wants that. You want him to just leave at your doorstep and disappear from existence. That's really what you're looking for out of a DoorDash driver. So you kind of hate him innately. You don't see him on the same level playing field as you. You kind of fucking hate his guts. You kind of see him as less than human. You kind of see him as subhuman. Even though this dude's doing you like a little bit of a favor by driving to Taco Bell, which, I'll be honest, is only 2 miles from my house. Not inconvenience me at all. I could just go get it myself. But he's driving to Taco Bell and bringing me my $50 of Taco Bell because I'm a fat fucking slob. And I don't even see him as human. I don't even leave a recommended tip. I always tip less than recommended because I'm a scumbag, and I'll own that. I'm not a good person. I'm a scumbag. Anybody who knows me will tell you that. That I'm no good. I'm a low-down dirtbag. So this guy, mind you, this was at like 2 a.m., inconveniences himself to bring me Taco Bell so I could just get fat on my couch while I watch Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. Great movie. Great movie. And I hate him for it. I hate him for making me feel disgusting. I feel disgusting that I had another human bring me food. Like, that feels disgusting to me. So I'm kind of disgusted with myself. And I project that disgust onto him. So I hate him. I just see him as it's kind of like the Indian caste system. You know where they have the untouchables at the bottom, the people who clean the shit off the streets in India? People just shit on the street. And they have this whole society of people, this caste system where these people's whole existence is to clean shit off the street in India. And that's kind of what DoorDashers are to American society. There are the untouchables. Now, he also hates me because it's 2 a.m. and I'm sitting at home in my underwear. Who does this guy think he is? Like, this is all playing through his mind. This guy's at home at 2 a.m. ordering $50 of Taco Bell. This fat fuck, I really have to get his food. I'm just trying to make a living for my family. This fat fuck is ordering DoorDash. So DoorDash creates this cycle of hatred where the Dashers hate the people who order, and the people who order hate the Dashers. And it's just it makes us hate each other. So I've Now I've deleted DoorDash and Uber Eats off my phone, and I think I'm in support of national bans on them. I don't think you should be allowed to do that, at least until we make robots that can do it. It'd be fine. I'd be perfectly okay with it if robots were delivering food. But because it's human beings, kind of hits a part of my brain I'm uncomfortable with. Kind of nags on that little bit of empathy I have. It's like, I'm kind of a scumbag. It was recommended a $5 tip. I knocked it down to $3. I'm kind of a scumbag. So I really don't like how uncomfortable it makes me feel. Now, I could just lie to you and say I did it for health reasons. I don't want to order DoorDash because I don't want to get fat. No, I did it because, and I'm being brutally honest here, I did it because it made me feel uncomfortable about my humanity. I felt like a piece of shit by having these untouchables drive around and deliver me food. These less thans. That's how it was making me feel. I felt like a king. Off with his head. That's how I was feeling when this guy was like 5 minutes late. I was in favor of the guillotine for him. Like Maximilien Robespierre. Cut his head off. That's what I was... This reminds me of this Seth Rogen clip. Seth Rogen was asked about crime in inner city LA. And he said, if somebody breaks into your car, just buy a new one. And I was like, how could somebody get to the point where they don't understand that people have less than... And then I ordered DoorDash and I understood. And I understood that you don't care about the people below you, really. You might pretend to care. But if this guy got into a car accident, I wouldn't ask if he was okay. I would ask, how's my Taco Bell? Am I getting a refund? Are you still going to deliver? Or am I getting a refund? Are you still going to deliver me my Taco Bell? I don't care your car is totaled. Walk. You signed up for this. I want my fucking order. I want my 2 chicken chalupas now. So that's where I'm at with DoorDash. I'm in favor of a nationwide ban. By the way, that Seth Rogen thing, where he said, if somebody breaks your car and steals it, just buy a new one. That's literally modern days America, Marie Antoinette saying, let them eat cake. Like, that's how far the elites of Hollywood have gotten from normal society. Like, here I am, feeling distress over the fact that I don't see a DoorDash driver as human. And Seth Rogen is telling people who maybe don't even have a car to get to work to just buy a new car. So, at least I still have some sense of humanity left in my brain, okay? I'm not all bad. I'm not rotten to the core yet. So I'm in favor of a nationwide DoorDash ban. That's just my quick personal antidote why I think DoorDash should be banned nationwide. It's a little like Uber, but less so. If you get an Uber, you can never sit in the front. You have to sit in the back. If you sit in the front, you humanize the Uber driver. It feels like you're driving with a friend. This guy's not your friend. He's your employee. So I'm not even sure if I like the humanity of Uber. I think I want a taxi driver. I think taxis need to be brought back. I think it needs to be taxi service, but you order it from your phone. That's what I think. I don't really love Uber. Because if let's say you got 4 friends, you order a normal Uber, guy pulls up in a sedan, 3 of you get in the back, whoever's in the front is fucked. Whoever's in the front, that's like getting drafted in Vietnam. Whoever has to sit in the front with the Uber driver, you're missing out on the absolute laughs your buddies are having in the back seat. They're all making conversation. You're not involved. You're sitting in the front. You have to talk to the Uber driver, who is most likely an immigrant of some kind, may speak broken English. Nothing against immigrants. Sometimes. But you have to try and make conversation with this guy, and it just feels bad. It feels bad because he's always a middle-aged dude who came here from some war-torn country and he's just trying to make it better. And you're 24, and you ordered this Uber on your mom's credit card, and you're just going to get drunk with your friends. And you're just loving life. And this guy's fighting to give his kids a better life. So it kind of ruins the night for me. It kind of ruins the night because you get out of the Uber at this bar and you're supposed to have fun and you're like, this guy's got 3 kids. He's doing Uber just to pay the bills. And I Ubered on my mom's credit card and I'm going to spend $200 of my parents' money at the bar tonight. Like, it just ruins the experience for me. So either Ubers need to wear, maybe they should wear ball gags so they can't talk and ruin your night. Or maybe you shouldn't be allowed to sit in the front seat and have to talk to the Uber driver. Why do we do that? Why do we have to talk to Uber drivers? It's not right. This guy doesn't want to hear you talk. This guy sees you as a privileged fuck. He does not want to talk to you. You're in his car, and he's being forced to ferry you around. You're drunk. You're probably going to puke in his back seat. Why are you trying to make polite conversation with this guy? That doesn't make any fucking sense. And it doesn't feel good. It feels really bad. Again, it feels like just a bad human interaction. And nothing to get into Uber drivers or DoorDash drivers. Those people just want to make ends meet. They want to do better for themselves. They're just trying to make money. But those are jobs that need to be replaced by robots. You wouldn't feel bad if it was a robot driving you and your drunk friends around. It's a robot. It's what this was there to do. It's there. It's there to drive your food from McDonald's to your house. That's what a robot is. That's why we would invent robots. To convenience ourselves so we can all be the fat fucks like in WALL-E. We can all be fat and just motorized scooter around. That's kind of what America looks like now. Just fat people door dashing and then complaining about how hard it is to live. So I don't think I'm ever going to take an Uber again or a Lyft. I'm never going to DoorDash, never going to Uber Eats. I don't want to end up like the people in WALL-E. And if you're consistently DoorDashing and Ubering everywhere, you need to take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, do I want to be like those fat fucks in WALL-E who can't even walk? I don't want that to be my life. I really don't. I don't want that future for humanity. So I'm going to take a stand, plant my feet in the ground, and fight against the tide of fate. I'm going to fight against time. And I'm going to try and stop humanity from going down that path. That is actually my life goal. Here and now I'm announcing it. I'm going to dedicate my life to abolishing Ubers and delivery drivers. Food delivery drivers, like convenience food. Now, it's a whole separate thing if you have a disability and you can't go to Walmart and get your own food. I get it. You should be able to DoorDash. But if you're like a normal, sane person, you should not be doing that. You're participating in modern-day slavery. DoorDash drivers are slaves with driver's license. They are literally enslaved people. It's kind of a disgusting societal system we've created. And it's a circular economy that's bound to blow up at some point because you have these TikTok and Instagram and YouTube influencers who paid the DoorDash drivers to deliver their food. And the DoorDash drivers then watch these Twitch streamers, YouTubers, TikTokers, and donate to them. So it's this vicious circular cycle of just a destroyed empire. We're in the remnants of the American empire. There's nothing left. There's nothing left in this country besides whores, influencers, and DoorDash drivers and Uber drivers. That's all that's left. Whores, DoorDash drivers. Whores, DoorDash drivers. That's all that is left. When you're born, you have two routes. Once you turn 18, drive for DoorDash or you're on OnlyFans. You're on OnlyFans showing your asshole, or you're driving McDonald's to some fucking influencer's house in the Hollywood Hills. And you're like, oh my God, this sucks. And this is why we've seen a rise in people killing CEOs. These DoorDash drivers, they don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to drive $50 McDonald's to these OnlyFans house. Like, all the OnlyFans girls do is wake up, post a picture of a vagina on Instagram, and go back to bed. And the DoorDash driver has to go get her McDonald's, bring it to her. Then he goes home and jerks off to her OnlyFans. So it's this vicious, it's a really fucked system that we have created in America. Which is a cycle of DoorDash drivers jerking off to OnlyFans whores, and OnlyFans whores ordering DoorDash. It's circular. Just goes like that. It's like the carbon cycle. We're fucked. That was my little rant about the current state of America with some personal experiences of mine. By the way, another thing about OnlyFans, it's not healthy. I was okay, this is hand up, this very guilty story. Hand up, I'll own it. Very guilty story for me to tell. I used to exclusively, when I jerked off, I still jerk off. Who are we kidding? I still jerk off all the time. I jerk off to Instagram models, okay? And sometimes I go on Reddit and pirate their OnlyFans. And I'm just being real. You know what? I'm being vulnerable. Don't judge me. I'm being vulnerable. And it got so bad. I legitimately fell in love with this one OnlyFans model. And this is a real story. And I'm ashamed to admit it. I make a lot of jokes, but I'm ashamed to admit this one. This is bad. I fell in love with this OnlyFans model. It got so bad. One day I was on Reddit looking at her videos, and they were all just videos of her. Like, she was always alone, solo. So I was like, oh, my girl's waiting for me. This is my girlfriend. This is my queen. I'm going to marry her once I get famous off my YouTube show. I'm going to marry this girl. And then one day, I saw a video of her fucking a dude on her OnlyFans, and I was heartbroken, man. I was heartbroken. I was torn up. It felt like I just got cheated on. I was really heartbroken and torn up and beat up about it for weeks. I mean, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I didn't jerk off for 2 weeks just because I was hurt. I was hurt, man. It was a life-changing experience. It hurt me to my core. She hurt me bad. I'm not going to say her name, but she hurt me bad. She hurt me real bad. She hurt me bad. And that's when I realized how parasocial this social media economy is. It's so parasocial. You think you know somebody. You think she's not a whore. You think she's just doing this to get through college. And then you see a video of her fucking some dude, and it breaks your heart. It really just breaks your heart. Breaks your heart. You say, I love this girl. How could she do this to me? Meanwhile, the whole time she doesn't know exists, but I know she exists. And that's the parasocial element, you know? I wish I never met her, but I never actually met her. I met her online, but she never met me. I never even sent her a DM. Doesn't even know exist. But I'm hurt. I'm heartbroken. I don't know how guys how can you jerk off to that? How can you, look at a beautiful woman and say, I want to watch another dude fuck her? What? You know how sick that is? She's a beautiful woman, man. She shouldn't be doing those dirty things. She needs to be in church. Let's get into the news. Trump takes over D.C. with the military and kind of nationalizes the police. Now, he does actually have the right to do this, but at this point, I'm kind of fed up with Donald Trump. I was kind of a Trump guy, but I'm kind of fed up with this whole, Trumpstein thing, where he pretends the Epstein list doesn't exist and gives all this money to Israel so they can kill Palestinians, and then does, shitty publicity stunts at home, like this Trump-Russia summit. Trump and Putin met in Alaska this week, and they didn't talk about anything. They met, Putin flew home the same day. At the press conference, they said, we had a good talk. No deal. Nothing. Didn't talk about what they talked about. They just met. It's like this DC takeover. DC is kind of a shithole. It has a lot of crime. But the federal government is so efficient and so good that they're going to be able to manage it? Really? The federal government can't manage anything. The federal government has never been known for its efficiency and being nimble and quick to deal with problems. This is my thing with Trump. He ran on this thing of he's going to reform, he's going to drain the swamp. But all of his things have just been publicity. He did shut down the border, which people voted for that. I voted for that. But other than that, yeah, we got deportations, but he's deporting less people than Obama did. And now he's federalizing police departments to crack down on crime. You're the president. Just give us a crime bill. Pass stricter laws on crime if you want to crack down on crime. You don't need to go around the country federalizing police departments. That doesn't really make any sense. That's just publicity stunt to get people in his base stirred up. Why didn't he do this? He was president in 2016, 2017, that summer when all those BLM riots were breaking out. We had the longest period of continuous riots in American history. He didn't do any of this then. So if he actually cared about destruction of private property, why is he doing it now? There was no build up to this. He just came out one day and said, yeah, I'm doing this. The guy from Doge, Big Balls, did get beat up trying to stop a mugging. He got his ass beat, but yeah, this whole thing is kind of the whole Trump too. It's just turned into a gimmick presidency. It's it's literally a reality TV show in our federal government. We had a guy called Big Balls in Doge. His name was Big Balls. Yeah, he's going to clean up government waste. Big Balls. Yeah, he's 20 years old. His name's Big Balls. He's going to clean it up. He's going to say he's the savior of the country, Big Balls. He's up there with George Washington. We're going to build statues of Big Balls right up there next to George. I felt good when he won. I thought we were going to get some serious reform of government spending. Nope. Just Trumpstein. Denying his involvement with Epstein files, not giving us the list. I mean, kind of feel like shot in the back a little bit. Now, our final story, again, coming from the world of pedophilia. That's all America is. Pedophiles, drug addicts, DoorDashers, OnlyFans models. That's all that's left of this country is just pedophiles, DoorDash drivers, and OnlyFans models. Chris Hansen is now launching a new show. If you remember his show, To Catch a Predator, where he would catch child predators, he's now launching a version of that on, I can't even believe this is real, on the game Roblox. Roblox, of course, a game frequently played by children. I guess pedophiles have infiltrated the game and are now creeping on children through Roblox. And Chris Hansen is going to hunt them down on Roblox. To Catch a Predator, Season 15, Roblox. Now, what is his in-game avatar going to look like? Is his in-game avatar going to wear a suit? Maybe. Also, when you catch these predators, can't they just log out? Could they not just log out of the game? How is he going to interview them? Is he going to type? Is he going to type into the chat? Why are you a child predator? Why did you think I was a 16-year-old girl? Is he going to wear the skin? Like, is his in-game skin going to be a 16-year-old girl? Is that where this goes? His in-game avatar is now a child, and he's looking for child predators. Now, if I was a poor child predator, I'd be pissed. Because poor child predators obviously have to use Roblox to meet these children. But the rich ones just get to fly to a private island and get away with it. The poor ones get punished. The rich pedophiles go to a private island and nobody can talk about it. So if I was a poor predator, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be pissed at the wealth gap in this country. I'd be pissed about income inequality. Because you're entitled to go to that island too. What separates you from a rich pedophile? You're both pedophiles, you're both like kids. He might like little boys, you might like little girls, but you're both still pedophiles. Why can't you go to that island? Why is it only rich pedophiles that get to go to the island? Why is it only rich pedophiles that get to get away with it? I'd be pissed if I was a poor pedophile and the only thing I had to do my pedophile business was Roblox, and now they're cracking down on that. Meanwhile, the rich ones get a private island and get to get away with it and get protected by the government. This is a great analogy for just the current state of it. The rich people get to do all the crime. Rich person does a crime, they get away with it. This is like pedophiles now understand the wealth gap. Pedophiles now get it. They get it now. They get that the rich ones get to get away with it, while us poors get punished. Us poor pedophiles get punished. How is that fair? They both like kids. It's a crime for both of them, but only the poor ones are getting punished.